Good morning, everyone. It's just after 8 a.m. here in Bakewell, just walking through the park and by the river with Kobe. Are you getting the sense that we are in the lull before the storm? And I'm feeling a lot of dissonance, a lot of fear. I'm experiencing it in myself, in others, and word has it that when the kids go back to school over the coming week or so, they are planning a mass vaccination. I won't even grace it with the word vaccination, a mass toxic jabbing campaign. Now, you may have seen on social media, I have already written a recorded delivery letter to the headmaster of the only son I have remaining at school, to the headmaster, formally asking him to cease and desist under common law, that just following orders was not an excuse under the Nuremberg trials, and that if he does not, or rather if he continues to press through with the government plan, then he will be called before a common law court. Now, people have been calling for a general strike. Is it Barry Paskin? I forget the exact name, but someone sent me a video about a guy calling for a general strike. Personally, I don't think that is the solution. I'm much more on the page of the guys in Australia, which I think is called the Australia Project. And what they are saying is, let's turn the fear onto those in charge now, because there is mounting evidence which is already coming into the mainstream media. And just look at that BBC presenter who had a coroner's inquest that found that it was the toxic jab that led to the blood clots which killed her. Now, that's a BBC presenter. So in the face of that evidence, that irrefutable evidence, how can the BBC continue to whitewash this? You may well have already seen my little clip from the Jeremy Vine show, where Jeremy Vine was completely disparaging of a man who managed to get past the gatekeepers and speak out against the jabs on the basis of the MHRA reports of yellow card reporting. I think there's been 1,600 deaths reported in the UK alone so far, over 1 million adverse reactions, many of them serious. Most of these deaths and adverse reactions relate to clotting of the blood or related disorders, things like strokes and those kind of blood clots on the lungs, blood clots on the brain. I mean, it's really worrying and shocking. So the very idea that they are going to bulldoze this through and attempt to mass jab our children is anathema to me, and I feel that we now need to turn the fear towards those in charge, those in positions of responsibility, and call them out under common law. So this idea of issuing cease and desist orders, because these Nuremberg trials will not be through the system, the justice system, because the justice system is broken and all of the judges are on the same page as the system. The system is not going to turn on itself. So we need to have common law courts. We need to have courts of the people. And this is the essence of the jury system, where the people are the ones who stand in judgment of those who have committed the crimes. So things are about to get serious. We are in the lull before the storm. If you're feeling anxious and stressed, you have every right to be, because I think those of us who are intuitive, those of us who are tuned in to what's going on, know that we've got some very serious months ahead of us, and particularly if we look at what is going on in Australia and New Zealand, who it's their current autumn-winter season. So don't take your eye off the ball. Don't think that we're going back to normal, because we are almost certainly going to be plunged into the next wave of this plan, and we need to be ready. So corral your local tribes, corral your resources, and let's focus all of our energy on turning the fear that has been used against us, against those who are in charge. That, to me, is our best strategy at the current time. Lots of love. Bye for now.